let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, ball in it. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that, shake that. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that. I got 2 shows, I'm about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweatsuits, black Pippins. I swag different. That's why the money in the bag different.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. 2 teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Texans going up against the Panthers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Easy.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A swing pass caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner.
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Two. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. You can hear me dancing on the beat. Bam, bam, about to put a mansion on the beach. 100 Latins in your lobby. That's what happens when you're around with body. And I put that in my mommy. I will never give my heart to it. I can just make a dance that goes with this song. Then I'ma be on. Basic, gon' dance to it. Basic, everywhere, gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, all in it. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that, shake that. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that. Shake. I got 2 shows, I'm about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweatsuits, black Pippins. I swag different. That's why the but you left your fam. I lay on beaches and swerving whips. You ain't serving, you just an urban myth. Every day, get ride around Queens on a jet ski. It's me. Every day, get to the day I die. Every day, get man, I.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Panthers are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Texans, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. And some room to maneuver. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Out of the gun, Watson. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football. While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Shift together here from the D-line. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. To throw on second is Watson. He'll buy some time right. Room here to run. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
On third down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Here we go! Now a handoff as they run left side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Watson, and unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They're going to look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that scores now in their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be.
They've got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. This time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run for it here. This is Prosh, the fullback. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jay Prosh, his first touchdown of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. And now here's a carry heading left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Here we go.
Watson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. No gain on the play there, second down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? You not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. So completion on second down, that brings up third. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Panthers. Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and this is caught. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On second down, here's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now it's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. It's taken to the 26. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Panthers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Back to the NFL scoreboard for his third quarter in Indy. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here's Watson now on second down. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 47-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Rolling to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 36 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. He's back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans can take the lead with an extra point. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. An excellent field position here as this drive will start on the other side of the 50-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
And some room to work. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. This is McCaffrey on the give. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperate. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On the toss play, Howard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. A toss running left. It's Howard, and he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now a first down throw, Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And Charles, I think...
I've been rolling on the freeway, I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest, I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe.
LOV on my right leg, that's Gucci. Dig what I'm saying? LOV on my man, that's Poochie. Dig what I'm saying? Caught a little jet lag, but I'm golden. Yeah. We deserve Grammys and some Oscars. They deserve whammies, they imposters. I be rolling with my project homies. It's a vibe. I just put the homie, it's a vibe. Over switch sides, it's a vibe. Yeah. I gon' do it. I gotta accept that I'm a... Yeah. I pull up in several different options. Yeah. That I would most ever. I shatter your dreams with this cream I make. What? Gotta be on the thinker. I say. What? I can't feel my toes, but ain't gon' fold up. I was in the double law when I rolled.
I've been rolling on the freeway, I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest, I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe. I've been rolling on the freeway, I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest, I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe.
Hold on. Dig what I'm saying, Chanel drapes on me daily. Dig what I'm saying, sponsored by Mercedes. Dig what I'm saying, this Creek Cologne is on me, baby. Dig what I'm saying, I'm going hard, yeah. I pop in your memory. You should be glad I'm showing you sympathy. I gave you pure love out the gutter. Ever let you go, you gon' suffer from it. I gon' do it. I gotta accept that I'm a... I pull up in several different options. Yeah. That I would most ever. I shatter your dreams with this cream I make. What? Gotta be on the thinker. I say. What? I can't feel my toes, but ain't gon' fold up. I was in the double law when I rolled. Yeah.
I feel like I should be giving up. You can't leave it's too much. But I'm tired of you, me on. And I don't like where this is going. And I've been stuck in all your apologies. Gave my all, but you want it all from me. Keep your love, it doesn't feel the same. I hope it hurts you when you hear my name. I go out for my squad and I put that on squad. All I got is my word and my word is my bond. Squad. Yeah, they gon' look at you different when you moving forward. But you stick to the code, you get it. Jim Jones. Everywhere I go, you know it's reppin' time. It's reppin' time. When Latifah ready, when we set it off, we set it off. If they sleeping on me, I'ma wake them up. They fakers. I really do. I'm kicking up, the rent is due. Plus I got my mama and my kiddies too. They growing up. Time is moving faster. What we wasting for? No holding back. Got a lot to prove. I owe you that we all we got. I go out for my squad and I put that on squad. All I got is my word and my word is my bond. Squad. Yeah. They gon' look at you different when you moving forward. And shoulders. But just stick to the code. You get yours, I get mine. I've been reflecting on how we got this far, even when the pressure's on, finessing strong. Plus I got my team around me heavy, ain't no extra bros. You can keep them. Giuseppe's on delusional. Who gon' be there for you if you lose it all? Question that, who gon' have your mama back? Think about it, it's so much more to life, take advantage. We gon' get this money, stack this paper and be alright. We gon' run it, keep on finish on sight. I go out for my squad and I put that on squad. All I got is my word and my word is my bond. Squad. Yeah. They gon' look at you different when you moving forward. But just stick to the code, you get yours, I get mine. Squad.
I've been since my early days, I've been stuck in my worldly ways. Propaganda, press, pan the camera, please don't look at me in my face. Everybody might see my pain, off the rail, might myself. Bored with life as aboard this plane. Steward this sex if I need help. Maybe what's your last name? Hopefully it still ain't been changed. Something about you make me not doubt you. I will silence my brain, scream louder. Asking when I'm gon' myself. Couple problems, my cash ain't help. Human issues too strong for tissue. False provider, war mass by wealth. Move your body if you came here to party. If not, then pardon me. How I'm supposed to have a good time with death instructions. All I see out the sight, I'm out of my mind. The sound of sunshine is calling me. The vibrations is all I need. All I need. Party people, yeah. Party people, I like to see you dance. Party people, yeah. Party people, I like to see you dance. Party people, move. Party people, I like to see you groove. This is how we do. This is how we do. Deja view from a bayside view. I see black cats in the daytime too. I see black cats on the daytime news. When handcuffed, wrist and his skin turned blue. I met God once at the rendezvous and felt starstruck.
Vince, the car's outside.
Got things to do, got to make my moves. I can't miss my flight and miss you too, boo. First class seats is overrated. Won't go unless they overpay us. Nowadays I'm overdating. My is strict for the hurt. They well acquainted. Their morning is calling me. Good vibrations is all I need. All I need. All I need. Move your body if you came here to party. If not, then pardon me. How I'm supposed to have a good time with death and destruction's all I see. Out the sight, I'm out of my mind. The sound of sunshine is calling me. Good vibrations is all I need. All I need. All I need. Party people, yeah. Party people, I like to see you dance. Party people, yeah. Party people, I like to see you dance. Party people.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even and mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm in the bank and I want on my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models. Smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectral deck. Yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got last on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now I'm just a so what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, what you mean? Woo! Hold up now. Don't know what you think it compare me to. Adrenaline popping, the blood'll be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm in the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought it, cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, and she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go for a bridge. My black boys like boys that knock off your lid. I doubt you're gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Woo! Listen, I don't trust her. So, no, I said, what you mean? Whoa, I said, what you mean? Woo! You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I was fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and Ayatollahs. Rap god, Cyclops and Ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think Rose still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, them bad as bag gon' get it. What you mean?
Man, too broke to pay attention. Man. Yeah. Man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. The game is friendless, the pain is endless. The game changed, I blame these lame pretenders. My friends and Benzes parked at the entrance. Inside, you still hear the engine. Like, rin, this is your ending. If you're offended, I dare you defend it. This is rushing through my blood like the Kremlin. I'm back with a vengeance, and this is what the sound of revenge is. Win-win, man, listen. All I got so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen, all I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. Where I come from, you can't visit. I talk money, I guess you understand different. Hand gestures counting till my hands blister. You can't miss us, louder than Fran Drescher. Pinky rings, hand kisses, soprano. I feel like Paulie Castellano in designer stitches. I heard him say I made Rihanna. Mind your business, what kind of honor is this? I'm trying to see Madonna, all kind of riches. In Miami, dining with the finest. Everybody acting kind of vicious. These politicians won't let my brother visit. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. He's a fake baller, globe trotter, bank account $4. No comma, I know you wanna pop collars. I know you wanna pop collar. Top dollar, pull up in that top dollar. Yeah, she got that top dollar. Yeah, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it.
That's it.
As we go on, like we do. When it's hot outside.